up your 2026 New Orleans Saints.
Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olson. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from the Superdome. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time, and that will lead to a second down. He'll look to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. And the This one is not going to get there. Not even close. Look like complications with the snap. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach fourth down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
Chuck to the air right away. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
Butler there on the tackle. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Now Shuck on third down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Raiders offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. In motion, Besh. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 4. They'll run with the Boise State product, Ashton Genty. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of
14
yards.
on the pickup. First down, Vegas.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
And the Las Vegas first down. A gain of 26 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Forced out wide. He'll run again. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
On second down, Genty. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That's Carl Granderson in there to record the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Well, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs. The Saints offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive, so they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. They'll go play action here with Chuck. That's thrown right side. But
it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receivers saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're in my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New Orleans.
42-yard line.
They'll run. It's ETN. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
From the gun on 3rd down, shot. And that is incomplete. Javon Vele was the intended target.
Incomplete.
And it's going to lead to 4th down.
On the coverage.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. They'll start with a short field looking for the first points of this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw here down the field, will fall, incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll be 2nd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now they'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's shot. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And 11.
You know, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Ryan Wright now as he is on to punt for New Orleans. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this off to Genti. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Ashton Genti. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Now faking the give. Caught left side by Bowers. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll find Genti out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Now a 3rd and 2. Man in motion here is Tucker. Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
In motion, Naylor. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. He'll drop to throw. He gets this one to Tucker. And get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Las Vegas.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
From the 20, here's 2nd and a couple. gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll run. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Raiders first down. First and goal, Raiders.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Throwing now from the gun. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jack back. Touchdown, Raiders. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Raiders 7, Saints nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Shuck. Short one there to his tight end, Sam. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, here's Etienne. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints, first down.
We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll drop this for Etienne. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Gain of 2.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On play action, it's Shuck. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is Max Crosby. Gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or backside. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To the air is shot. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Chris Olave.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
They'll look to throw. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
15 yards.
15-yard pickup there. Good for a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's a handoff to Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Taken down at the 41. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's going to look for the home run ball. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Oh, they had a shot there and hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone, and they'll come back out to the 20. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. There's Fant open right side. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35.
A gain of 15 yards.
A gain there short of 15. It's good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the
I always think you can tell pretty
35-yard
quickly
line.
how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Slot man in motion right. Throwing on second down, shot. To the sideline, that is caught, but he's out of bounds. They tried to get him into space, coming out of the backfield, but instead it's incomplete and third down.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that ended up going the other direction. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself, and he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Vegas.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
That's caught by Bauer. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some junks machines.
He was looking for Jack Best that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Saints offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Olave is the motion man. Shuck looking to throw on first down. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Chuck to throw on second down. That's swung out to ETN. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, New Orleans.
First down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Get you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
He was brought down by Eric Stokes. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Shuck. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he'll be forced out of bounds. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
For a Saints.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
ETN now on 1st and 10. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll run it once more with ETN. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
It's 3rd down, and here is Shuck. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Now he takes off, and he will score! Touchdown, New Orleans. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now the try for an extra point. It's up and through, and the Saints will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. On the return is Dylan Laube. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here's a design run. And a nice run, and close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
And it's third down.
Third and 2. Here we go. In motion, Besh. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand.
4th down, you want to make sure you give your quarterback the option to keep the ball in his hands, and that's exactly what they decided to do, and the defense was ready. They played assignment football, everyone did their job, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Saints offense getting set to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Right up midfield. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Once again, it's ETN. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He takes off. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
17 more yards. That's another Saints 1st down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We're back to New Orleans. After this, off the play fake, here's Shuck. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he's able to find the crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Shuck. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And the Saints get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So we got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Laube now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Saints going to use their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. From the gun, it's Shuck. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Second and 10. To the air again is Shuck. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far for incompletion.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Now Shuck on third down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Saints offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Trying left side with ETN. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 9. To the air is Shuck. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time.
The coverage
and third down coming up.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing him to a wide-open target,
the pressure gets there, and down he goes, back inside the 20-yard line.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And he's in! Touchdown, Las Vegas. Big play from the special teams there, Greg. Not only did they come up with the block, but they return it for the touchdown, get a little bit of momentum with this big play.
Yeah, and there's always a little bit of a risk and reward that a coach has to balance anytime he calls for a punt rush. And we saw there exactly why you do it. You're able to get your hand, block the ball, and in this case, you get the extra bonus because it leads to a touchdown.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it, and the Raiders are on top. It's 14-10.
Saints 10.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Carry here for ETN. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Out of the gun, they'll give it to ETN. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Back at the 38-yard line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd and long, here's Shuck. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Raiders Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. This defense all over this. We're making him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion, Naylor. They'll throw out of the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession. To go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down, not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense about ready to take over once more. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, a give to ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, shot. He's going to take a shot down the field. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Now, faking the give. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Mendoza's pass.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. First down, they'll start out with Camaro, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there. Stop him for no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Shuck. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30.
It's a gain.
That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
Good for a Saints.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Throwing on 2nd down, Shuck. One of the Raiders has got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Quarterback is
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Raiders have their punt team out there as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Saints offense starting to trot out for this next possession. On the give, this is Kamara. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's shut. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
He'll try to run for it.
It's a gain of 8. And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the
Having a quarterback
41-yard line.
with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is shot. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Here is shot. Back deep for Olave. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guaretees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and 9.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll run with Genji. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Once again, it's Genty. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start from the plus side of mid. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run, and he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming
at the 49-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll take off again. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They run out of the gun with Genty. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion here is Tucker. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Saints 10.
Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That one, good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
That's good.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll go play action here with Chuck. He's going to be taken down here. The defense comes up with a sack on the final play of this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff, running left is Genty. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll step up and run. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Brings up 3rd.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He'll try to pick it up with Genty. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
3rd and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
The Raiders send their punt team out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Off the play fake, here's Shuck. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw is shut. That one out wide for Kamara. And he can't get away. They rallied in the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Shuck. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
On the return is Tucker. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Raiders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Carl Granderson getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch, and instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Saints offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work, and he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
Do not kick it to 22.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They motion the slot man left. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Chuck to throw on second down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
From the gun, it's Chuck. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
No gain on the play.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
The Saints will punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Raiders offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They look middle, and it's caught by Besh. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Chase Young on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. In motion, Besh. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his man. That's Besh. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together, and the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up on a second down and 8. He'll look to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Third, they need 8. They'll throw out of the gun. ball incomplete on third down.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And this one online, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Saints offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. Room to run at the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Laube now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Tie game, second half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game, so it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
2nd and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air all 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Saints offense ready for this next possession. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. This runs straight ahead for ETN. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Chuck. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air is shot.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Throwing on 2nd down, shot. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
That's good for a
2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
45-yard line.
You can just tell by the crowd's reaction. They love when these 2 young rookies connect with each other. I mean, if everything goes according to plan, and we'll see how it plays out, these 2 are going to be a crucial piece for this franchise, not only this year, but for the foreseeable future.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
16
That's a gain of
yards.
16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Pick up a 14 as he takes it to the 14.
1st down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
They'll go back to ETN on 1st down. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. End zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Bobby now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of 11. Good for a Raider first
A
down.
gain of 11 on the play. First down, Raiders.
On the handoff, this is Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's caught left side by Bowers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that
10
one.
yards.
That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And 10 yards to
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Now Gay for the extra point. And he missed it. It's no good. Wow, that could be costly because it is just a field goal difference. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Chandler now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. Here's 1st and 10. Now Etienne. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The tackle by Quay Walker. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
On the coverage.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have the Saints 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
At the 45-yard line.
Throwing again, Shuck. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
To the air again is Shuck. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
It's 3rd and 4. To the air once more. Shuck. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, Read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And that may have just written a finish to this one. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense, but do the math. Even if they choose to use them, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.